The week-long study tour ended with an educative and informative forum for both sides, as political leaders took to the podium for a knowledge-sharing exercise. Bajabe, Secretary General of the Inter-Party Committee (IPC), said the committee was initiated to undertake the challenge in fostering peace and unity for sustainable development in the Gambia.
Development will be challenged in the absence of peace. And this is why we have taken this challenge upon ourselves to do all that we can in order to encourage dialogue, in order to encourage cooperation, without, of course, interfering with the different internal political party democracies.
Aishata D, UNDP resident coordinator in the Gambia, applauds the IPC, saying it has become a sustainable model for development, which can be replicated in other African countries to inspire peaceful elections in the region.
We know that the IPC model now is not only limited to elections. It's really a model that can help to provide space for tolerance and for dialogue for the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, because the IPC provides a common space to also look at common goals that all the Gambians are aspiring to reach.
Various partner institutions, including the Independent Electoral Commission (IEC) and the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights, hailed the IPC's partnership with their respective institutions for peaceful conduct of elections. Fatou Jallo, a co-chair of the women wing of the IPC, used the forum to advocate for increase in women participation in politics.
We want to go down to the grassroots level to talk to the women, to tell them the importance of women participation in politics. Because Gambian women, in terms of politics, we are left behind. And we want to come on board now because we want to be political party leaders. We don't want to be organizers every time, clapping and dancing and cooking. We are tired of clapping and dancing. We want to be where other dignitaries are.
Honorable Halifa Sallah, the founding father of the Gambia's Inter-Party Committee, said the delegation from Sierra Leone is in Banjul to inspire their Gambian colleagues and not necessarily a study tour, by virtue of the need for experience sharing with Sierra Leone, being a country that experienced civil war.
They are here to inspire us. Yesterday, those same bombs in Ukraine were flying in Sierra Leone. Mothers and fathers, children and grandfathers, all disappeared from their homeland in search of refuge in other countries. In the Gambia, after December 2nd, we entered a very unpredictable period, which soon after led to a crisis situation where outside our borders, armed forces were assembled, aircrafts were being prepared, navies being prepared for bombs to explode on our soil. And people had started leaving as refugees. But the situation was preempted from reaching what was ultimately its logical conclusion of a disintegrated nation.
The veteran politician further delved into the history of political crisis and democratic transition in the Gambia, with a view of contextualizing the relevance of the forum for useful takeaways.
The opposition parties proposes for the revitalization of the Inter-Party Committee to enable it to serve as a forum for dialogue and cooperation to promote participatory democracy, anchoring on the level ground required for the holding of free, fair, and genuine elections. The opposition further proposes that the Inter-Party Committee to be given a statutory mandate to enable it to foster dialogue on broader constitutional, legal, institutional, and administrative reforms touching on the mandate and operations of the Executive, National Assembly, the Judiciary, Regional Administration, the National Council for Civic Education, and the IEC in order to promote good governance, participatory democracy, and genuine elections. Anybody who tells you that the political parties were dominant and had no idea of revitalizing the Inter-Party Committee, as you have heard somewhere, you know that, well, that is because of lack of knowledge of history.
Abdoulaye Bangura, leader of the team, said much has been gathered and would be put to use in Sierra Leone.
Our being here was not a mistake. The study tour has been very, very fulfilling, and we've learned a lot. And we intend to translate what we have learned here in our own outfit in Sierra Leone, APA, and to see how much they can also do to perform the role the IPC is performed here, to ensure that we have a peaceful, credible, and acceptable elections in 2023, June 24th.
The key takeaways, according to the leader of the visiting delegation, include the non-partisan line in the Gambian IPC and the sense of patriotism putting the national interest first. Ibrahima Jallo, GRTS News.